What's up, Tech? It's Josh here, and this is my unboxing and first impressions of the Galaxy S8 Plus. Now, I've got the AT&T variant here, and I have a Galaxy S8 Verizon on the way, so I'll actually kind of get a different perspectives from different carriers and also the different size form factor of the S8 versus the Plus size. And so far, I've really enjoyed the Plus size. It's been a really nice device in hand and all that kind of stuff. So I'll get into those details in just a second. But first of all, let's go through the unboxing experience, then I can kind of tell you what my first impressions has been like this first 48 hours or so. Once you've seen one unboxing, you've probably seen them all. So there's not much else new to say or new to see with the Galaxy S8 Plus unboxing here. So I'm going to kind of go through this part pretty quickly and then we'll get into the first impressions so that way I don't bore you to death with another unboxing. Everything's pretty standard. You get your charger, your charging cable, all that fun stuff. The thing that is a surprise to me, or at least I'm excited about more this year, is the style headphones that you get this time around. I've taken a little bit of time with the earbuds, and with the little bit of time that I did have with them, I have liked them. I like them a lot better than what we had in the past. Those earbuds felt really generic, nothing too special about them, but these ones, they got pretty good sound to them. I mean, I'm no audiophile or anything like that, but it's definitely a plus to what you get normally. Or sometimes, like, there's been times where I've gotten these packages to where they didn't come with any earbuds. I just like it when companies include earbuds with their phones. It just adds to the experience, and it's a nice little perk to the hefty price tag that you're getting already. At first, I went for the black Galaxy S8 Plus, but I was like, I don't know, like, there's black and silver, we've seen that before, and there's a new color, the orchid gray, so I figured I'd go for that color and just try it out, see how I like it. And I must say, I really do like this color, and I'm glad I went with the orchid gray. What's really neat about the orchid gray color is that depending on the light that's hitting it, kind of depends on the kind of light that you get back from it. Sometimes it looks like a flat gray, sometimes it has this purple hue to it. It just looks really cool. I know, like, talking about how it feels in the hand is just kind of like one of those obscure things now. It's just whatever. It's a phone in your hand. It's going to feel like a phone, right? But the thing about this is that I was kind of curious to see how the edge-to-edge display, the infinity display, the bezel-less display and all that kind of stuff, how it's going to affect how you hold the device. Am I going to have accidental touches on the side? And as you can see here, I'm pressing all over. I'll go ahead and unlock this. And I must say that the iris scanner is really awesome in this. I'll get to that in just a second. But, you know, you can be holding the device. Your fingers really don't accidentally touch the sides. I was wondering if I was going to swipe across or if I'm going to hit that edge display, the different edge features and things like that that you can get to. I was wondering if I was going to accidentally touch stuff, and I haven't had that experience yet. You know, you can hold a device just like you would any other device, and I've not had any accidental touches. So I thought that was pretty cool. I really like the fact that that's not going to happen because there's not much else to hold on to, because it's pretty much, you got a slight frame right here, and then you got glass right there connected to it. So I was really curious to see if that kind of stuff was going to happen, and it's been a good experience so far with that. Another area of interest and concern that I had was the fingerprint sensor placement, and I pretty much land right with where everybody else is saying that it's just a bad spot. There's no other way to put it. It's just not a good location for it at all. They should have put it beneath the camera at least. One, it keeps it closer to where your natural finger kind of lays. If you look here, I mean, this is how I'm holding the phone. This is probably how I'd hold it. You know, I got my pinky under here. It needs to be somewhere in that area, and it's just not. You still have to kind of scoot it down a little bit to reach for it. And for the most part, what I've discovered is that my right hand seems to be more accurate with when it unlocks. But when I go to try to unlock with my left hand, it's almost like about 75% of the time it's going to work. But the iris scanner, as I alluded to before, is just really easy to use. I simply press the power button, look at the screen, and it's unlocked. It's really cool. I use it more than the fingerprint sensor, so it's a really nice feature. So yeah, I'm not really a big fan of the placement of the fingerprint sensor. It does work most of the time. See, I just put my finger on there and it's not unlocked. Let's try again. Didn't work. I might have to re-register my left finger because it's just not working that great. There it goes. It took a lot of attempts to get that done. But on my right hand, as you can see here, works just fine. But I'm not really too concerned with it because I use the iris scanner the most, and it works pretty much every time. I was going to bed last night, turning off all the lights in the house, and I looked up and unlocked my phone in the pitch black. That's really awesome to me. It works really well in low light, pretty much any lighting condition except for just blaring brightness outside. Like if you're in the direct sunlight, it might not work as well, but for the most part in every other kind of condition, it works great. I like features with a phone. When I'm paying this much for a phone, I want it to be fully loaded in its physical and software features. And that's where Samsung does a great job. Yes, there's stuff in there that I probably won't use, but I'd rather have it there and not use it than not have it there and want to use it. I make it look the way I want it to look with themes and also Nova Launcher, and I have all the features. Like I don't have to wipe the device and get rid of all that kind of stuff and try to add stuff back as if it was rooted. The camera is another area that I definitely have a big opinion about with every phone. It's got to have a good camera. If it does not have a good camera, I just don't like using the device and I find something else to use. Now with the Galaxy S8 Plus, I had my expectations really high and it hasn't disappointed yet at all. The photos look great. I haven't had much time to mess around with the video, but I definitely have plans for the video camera because I got the 2 new series that I've started recently, which is the cinematic videos and also testing to see if a smartphone is good for vlogging. And I'm pretty excited to test this one out because usually Samsung is pretty much the standard as far as what Android cameras are like. The iPhone 7 Plus is really great. It's probably the 1 or top 2 kind of slots as far as the quality goes. And I'm really wondering if this is going to outdo it. And I have expectations that it will. Something else that I was wondering is how screen protection and cases are going to work with this phone. Last year, it was pretty much impossible to find a tempered glass screen protector that's going to work well. And it's pretty much that way again this year. Normally, I like to use the tempered glass if I can help it. This year, again, with the S8, it's just not going to happen. It's not your typical screen protector. It's kind of like that plastic kind of feel, and then it's got this edge that adheres to it. It kind of tends to pop off. It's not really case friendly. It's just not a good option. Plus, it's got like that dotted kind of screen on it. It ain't gonna work well. So don't even bother trying to get a tempered glass screen protector for the S8 or S8 Plus. You're just not gonna be satisfied and you're gonna waste your money on it. So I have used a screen protector that is a case friendly one, and it's been pretty good so far, except like some of the edges tend to kind of want to raise up a little bit. So it's not the best, but it feels good. It feels like glass, which is good. It doesn't have that plastic feel to it, which really deters me from using a screen protector. I want that glass feel. That's another reason why I like tempered glass screen protectors. But anyways, I've tried to use in a UAG case and it tends to push the edges up on the screen protector a little bit. This is the case that I've been using with this screen protector kind of combination, and it hasn't pushed up the edges or anything like that. It's the VRS design one. And by the way, I got a case review coming out. It's going to be a bunch. So you're going to want to stay tuned and kind of see which kind of case that you might be interested in if you're going to get one of these phones. And honestly, I'm looking forward to getting through all my case reviews because I got slick wraps on the way, and I can't wait to show you guys what the slate wrap looks like on the S8 Plus. It looks fantastic online. I'm super impressed with the honeycomb design that it had with the iPhone 7 Plus. I've got the hemp wrap on my Honor 8 and also my MacBook, and it's a fantastic skin. So I can't wait to get this one skinned up as well. And since I've been using slick wraps, I really don't want to use cases anymore just because of how it doesn't add any bulk to it whatsoever. It adds a really awesome kind of texture to it. So it's just a really nice way to use your phone, and I like it more than a case now. And I used to be definitely a case guy. Now I'm definitely a wraps guy. And I'll leave a link down below in the description to where you can save some money on your next purchase with slick wraps. You definitely want to check out that link down below. I know some of you guys are interested in battery life. I don't give specifics because there's just so many variables involved. Every day is different for me. I'm using the phone differently. I got different kind of tasks that I'm doing. I'm going places. It's just not a very accurate kind of way to portray what battery life is like, showing you my experience. But I will say, and I will tell you that it gets me through the entire day, and that's what I want out of battery life. I don't use any battery saving kind of tactics at all. Usually I have auto brightness all the way up, unless if I'm in a dark environment, I'll turn the brightness down. I just don't try to save battery life. And so if the phone gets me through the day without trying to go through those tactics, I'm pretty impressed. I will say this though, I can't wait until smartphones get the same kind of battery life as what I'm getting with my Gear S3. I can make this thing last for about 3 days. It's been the best smartwatch I've used so far, so I'm really excited to use the S8 Plus with the Gear S3. It's a nice combination. Having this device for only 48 hours, it feels like I've not even scratched the surface with what's available. I've gone through all the settings, customized it, tried to get it to where I want it for how I want to use the device, all that kind of stuff, testing out the camera a little bit, battery life, all that kind of stuff, but there's just really so much to this phone that you're going to want to stay tuned for my review of the device, the full review, because it's going to have to be a lot more extensive than this. But first impressions, I like it so far. I love the size. The screen size is awesome. I love watching videos on it, playing games. It's fantastic. The sound experience, it is what it is. I'm glad that it still has waterproofing. I'm glad I still have an SD card slot. Honestly and truly, this is the device that every other company is going to compare to when they make their stuff. So it's important to take a good look at the Galaxy S line each year because that's what it is. Whether you like Samsung or not, that's a fact. That's what everybody compares to. Is it as good as the Galaxy S, whatever it is that year? And including the Note device when it comes out every year. So that's the other phone to look forward to at the end of this year. Hopefully there's no issues like what we had last year. Because usually the Note device is what I like the most every year. That's just my personal preference. But I must say, this feels like a Note minus the S Pen. It's pretty cool. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for watching all the way through. If you did, let me know down in the comments. Also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the review when it does come out, along with case reviews, slick wraps, all kinds of stuff like that. Any kind of tips or tricks that I want to share with you guys, you're going to want to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss those videos when they do come out. Also hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Share this video with your favorite social networks, and until then, stay techy.